we've just arrived at the Portimao Racetrack for the biggest event of the year. For me, it's the launch of the new CBR1000RR-R SP, which is this bike over here. Doesn't look that much of a different bike, but it's so much different compared to the previous model. We will test it today on track. Let's check out the track because it was wet this morning, but right now it's drying out. So we will go first with the 600 CBRs that are brought to the market again. I'm super happy about this one. And the latest, the CBR. Okay, so from here, it's locked, not locked. Let's go outside. Check out this beautiful weather. It's the first day for the journalists to ride with sun and I hope a dry asphalt today. So let's suit up. I have the leathers on. We are at lunch. Just took something to eat and now it's time to go on track with this baby over here. Come closer, let's talk about the new machine that Honda produced for 2024. This blade is improved by all means. The looks are just slightly different because you have a winglet over there in the front area and a cover underneath the bike that goes towards the rear tire, so it's a lot more protected, the rear tire of the bike. But inside the engines and the frame also there are many changes. There are new camshafts over here. The engine parts are now lighter, the crankshaft is lighter, the electronics are a bit changed for 2024, and most important, the engine vibrates a bit less. It produces more mid-range, which is super helpful. The gearbox is also changed, the gearing is changed. So everything that I wished for back in 2020 or 2021 when I was racing this bike, Honda improved for me. So this is the machine that I want to test so bad and I want to see how good it is right now. No more HP, only 1 HP more actually. It's like 215 HP and 1 kilogram less than before, 201 kilograms. But these were not the problems about this machine. The problem was that you got lots of power, broad power coming from this engine, but you had to keep it very high up in the revs. So when you have a more technical area on the track, it was a bit harder to use. The brakes are also changed over there. You have the Stylema R, the all-ins. For the SP version, you have the all-in suspension in the front and the rear. This is the third version of the all-in suspension. You have 3 mapping setups that you can change. It even offers you some information and also will tell you to input your kilograms, and then it will give you information about how much preload the front and rear needs. This is very helpful for a track enthusiast. So don't get me wrong, the bike was beautiful before, but right now Honda says everything has changed. Even the frame has more flex and it's easier, 10% easier to flick from a side to another than the previous version. That's a huge improvement. Also, most important, I'm a tall rider. I'm 1.8 meters. So when I got on the bike, it's an immediate change because you have the handlebars a bit higher. So instead of this, you have this 2 centimeters higher, some centimeters towards the back for the foot pegs. And now you get a different shaped tank. Otherwise, I would have made some differences here in the front area because you have to put a large windshield in order to tuck in while going on the straights or at higher speeds. Otherwise, the front fairing I would have left to be a bit better, a bit larger, because I feel the wind towards my shoulders. No, I cannot complain that much because I have to stay even more tucked in, but the bike feels different even when I sit at it. There's a huge improvement regarding the throttle bodies. Right now, the throttle bodies have 2 engines, 2 small engines that will work together for 1 and 2nd cylinder, and 3rd and 4th are working different. So it's like on the MotoGP or Superbike machines right now, because when you're in mid-corner, they cut off. So when you open the throttle, you will hear the bike goggling, and then when the bike comes a bit upright, it will start the other engine, the other 2 cylinders, and then the bike kicks out of the corner. So that helps with the mid-range and also helps you be a faster rider. we'll have to test it. It's superb that we got to test it on this track in Portimao, and right now the asphalt is dry. We had some fun in the morning with the 600RR, a superb machine also, but this is the creme de la creme that I want to test right now. So let's go. You don't get to ride every day with John McGuinness, the, the person which I only associate with Honda and winning TTs and also beer because it's McGuinness. So tell me, we had a good time on track today. Thank you for showing us the lines. It was quite good. We got a better feeling of everything. So you should tell me, how do you feel on the new Fireblade? Because this is the bike that you will use this year for racing, huh?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's riding many Fireblades over the years. This one seems to be the one that's just lifted the bar. It looks very similar, it looks the same, but there is lots and lots of different tiny details that have made the end result a better bike. I didn't know what to expect till I came here to Portimao, but when I rode it, it gave me a big smile. And I ride lots of bikes for many years, and there's not many bikes can give me a smile. You know, it's the way it pulls, the way it drives, the stability, the engine braking, the new auto blipper system, the new brakes are fantastic. The wings are working. I love the split throttle. I love the more mid-range it has. The electronic suspension's even better as a road bike. And, you know, we've been flying around Portimao for the last 5-6 days, and we're pushing and pushing all the time. And it gives you the confidence. It gives you the confidence. So for me, you know, I'm going into my 35 years of racing on the new blade. I'm really looking forward to it and excited to race it.
So it's good to still have the excitement after 35 years of racing. That's huge. Do you think this is a better machine for novice riders, for track day enthusiasts to use? It's a more friendly machine than previous ones?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. That the old bike seemed to just have not much bottom end and not much mid range. It was all at the top of the power, so it was quite scary. You know, it would build up, and then whap, and it would feel quite dangerous. But this one, I just and the electronics as well. There's so many different maps you can put in, different levels of traction that will save you. Everybody that's been here on this launch, you can see before they ride it, they're a bit nervous. Then after one session, everybody's happy. After 2 sessions, everybody feels safe. And for me as an instructor, everybody out there looks happy and safe on the bike. They've got the confidence to open the throttle on some of the corners. So for sure, yes, it's for every customer out there for sure. If you're a little bit unsure, then when you get build up and go faster and faster to full power mode, then I think it's a fantastic track day bike for sure.
What's your feeling? You'll get good results with this one?
I hope so. It's hard for me now. I'm nearly 52 years old, so I'm an old
Congrats.
I'm an old man, and I'm quite heavy. But you know, we have a great team. I have another teammate, Dean Harrison, in the team who's really strong at the TT, so I can give my feedback, his feedback. For me, if I finish on the podium, I'll be the happiest man in the world at the TT. But if I also finish 5th, 6th, 7th, I'll still be happy as long as I'm safe and enjoy the racing. That's all that matters to me now. To run right at the front is probably. It's not possible now, but for me, I still enjoy putting my helmet on and riding the bikes.
So it's quite a thing to still race, and we wish you best of luck. Hopefully, this new blade, the new blade, will bring success to you. Maybe podiums this year.
That would be great. But like I say, I feel confident with the bike, and I know it's got the Honda badge on, so it has the reliability. And at the TT where I race, you need a strong, reliable, safe package, and when I ride a Honda, it always feels that way for me. But yeah, I mean, you know, I should be long retired, but I still, inside I'm 18 years old, and outside I'm 52, but we will see what happens in June.
Otherwise, do you feel the need for more in the Superstore class? With this one, do you think you can get results? You wish more power, more powerful brakes or something, suspension-wise? Is there something that you would adjust?
No, not really. Not for me. In our championship, British Superstock Championship, the Honda dominates the championship. For the last few years, they've been the dominant form. For me, one thing I would like a slightly wider fairing and a slightly higher screen, if anything. But you can't have everything. We've got 99% of it, but just maybe for racing, I'll put a bigger screen on, and then it will be perfect.
Yeah, because you guys ride like half of the, oh, I think 90% of the time over 200 kilometers an hour over there.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot. It's very, very high speed, but the race is 1 hour and 45 minutes, so it's a long race. So it can be quite tiring when the wind on you, because the average speed is way, way higher. So just a couple of little bits for me to get comfortable. Once I'm comfortable, I'll be happy. I mean, for me, this bike is a world superbike with lights on. It's just the electronics on it, and it's like a factory superbike with lights. So
You heard the man that this is a super bike that you can buy from the shop. So we love it already. We tried it on Portimao. Super impressed by the results. Thank you again, John. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's been a long day. We've been riding since 9 o'clock in the morning. The afternoon was all about the bigger blade, so the 1000cc superbike from Honda. And I have to sum it up because there are so many small differences that make this new model, the 2024 machine, so different compared to the previous one. Let's start with the way it handles, because it was a pleasure to ride the 2020 blade on twisties on a more technical track. It was super easy to flick from a leg to another, but right now things are completely changed. The frame is a bit more flexible. You get less inputs from the engine. You get less vibes. You get less steering inputs from rolling the throttle very fast. Right now the bike became a lot more stable, and it's so easy to ride. It became more friendly. The output, the power was not a problem, because the 214 HP that the previous model had was like more than enough. Right now, with the aid of electronics, everything comes up very, very smooth. The bike became more friendly, so you can roll the throttle easier. You get more confidence because you have better traction control, better systems, better electronic aids that will help you improve your times and get better lines, faster lines than before. The word for this new blade is friendliness. So I love the way it feels with the cutting off of 2 cylinders while going inside a corner. It's a very helpful feature, although the gain is not that big, because the guys at Honda says it's only a small improvement in torque and also in power in the mid-range, but it feels easy to use and it gives you a lot more confidence. That's the sound that I'm talking about. So the blade became even better than before, and overall I like it better than the previous model because it feels for me very easy to ride and more agile than before, while keeping the crispier side for the more professional riders, for the pros. When you roll the throttle higher in the RPM range, you get that juice that everybody that knows how to use it will use it to win competitions and get better times on track. Otherwise, the ergonomy is super changed. The way it feels right now for a tall rider like me, it became a bit more friendlier. You can take it even for touring if you want to, because the riding position is a lot more comfortable. The brakes are just slightly bit improved from what Honda says. I didn't felt the need for more braking power at the end of the straight. I squeezed it really hard. We went like 299 on this straight today, so this was so much fun. It's a lovely feeling while going at that high speeds. Although with this windshield, Honda says you get a better efficiency in the aerodynamics compartment. I didn't feel that it was that good. For me as a tall rider, I would use a higher windshield and maybe a different fairing in the front, so it will help me with buffeting around my shoulders. And also a small improvement would be in the tank area. I would love some more leverage while going down, because the bike steers like insanely fast, and I get the impression maybe it's a thing of getting used to. I get the impression of falling off the bike because my knee doesn't get that much support from the gas tank, because the gas tank is also changed. They made it a bigger right now, wider in the rear area, so you get more support. But the bigger the better for this version of the motorcycle. Suspension wise, this all-in suspension, it's like a track bike with manual adjustable suspension, only it is adjustable also by keys and electronic. You can adjust the dampening with the keys, and also by using the dash you have 3 modes, 3 manual and 3 automatic. For track use on this Portimao superb circuit, I didn't feel the need for more. Although I was not pushing, the bike felt very comfortable, and the precision of coming from the front end, the grip and everything, it's at the highest level. We went on Pirelli SC3 slicks, so we were the lucky ones to ride these bikes on slicks. And the conclusion is the new blade is better than before. It's a more suited bike for every kind of user, for novice riders, and even for every track day enthusiast or private racing team that wants to improve and win competitions. So I'll be packing up and heading home to edit this video. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Cheers, guys.